everyone, welcome to this session. So let's see how do we write arrow functions in JavaScript. So this is the syntax for writing the arrow function. You need to declare a variable and provide your function name and then pass the parameters, use the fat arrow. This is called fat arrow, okay? And then inside the curly braces will go your logic. So let's just go ahead and write a normal function first and then we will convert that to arrow functions. So I'll write a function to add two numbers. So add numbers and here I'll pass two parameters and then we'll simply return the summation of these two numbers. So a plus b, and then here let's call the function by logging the value. So log and then add nums, and here I'll pass two numbers. Okay, and if I save this, you can see the result of this function. Okay, now if I have to convert the same to an arrow function, what will I do? So according to the syntax, let me just copy this and here I'll paste it. Now I have to give the function name. Okay, and this is my function name, so I'll give the function name here, and then I have to directly pass the parameters without using the function keyword, right? See, we are not using the function keyword here. So the parameters is a and b, and then we are using the fat arrow. Inside the body we are just going to return this statement. Okay, so I'll just copy this and paste it over here, and we can now comment this down and I'll use the same statement here. All right, and then when you're calling the function, you of course have to call by the variable name that you have given. Okay, now if I save this, you see I'm getting the result. Okay, so this is the basic syntax for writing the arrow function. Now let's just go ahead and write another arrow function. This time I'm going to write to subtract two numbers. Okay, so const, and I'll say minus numbers is equals to, I have to pass the parameters, so I'll take a, b, and then fat arrow, right? After that we'll just return a minus b, and that's it. Okay, now let's just call this. So log and minus values, something like that, and then we'll call the function. Okay, so I have to call the function by the variable name, so I'll do this, and then number of parameters, right? So we need to pass the arguments now. So I'll pass 4 and then let's say 1, and if I save this, you can see the result now. Okay, so this is how you write the arrow function. Just 3 points in mind. You need to use an expression function, as in you need to declare a variable and give the function name. That's point number 1. Second point is you don't need to use the function keyword. Okay, you directly have to pass the parameter. Third point is you need to use fat arrow. Okay, so okay, now moving on. So arrow function also has something called implicit return, that it always returns something. Okay, so you don't need to actually use the return statement. So if I remove this, let's say if I remove this, let's see what happens. If I save this, right now it is not giving the result, right? But let me remove this. Okay, and if I save this, you see I'm getting the result now. Okay, so basically because it has an implicit return, you don't need to specifically mention return keyword. So even without that you can write it. Okay, so that's point number 2, implicit return. Now let's see another case. Let's say if you are writing something wherein you are only passing one parameter. Okay, so let's see another example of implicit return. So here I'll take another function, double the numbers, and here I'll pass a parameter. So I have to pass only one parameter this time, and then I'll use fat arrow, and here I'm going to return a into 2. Okay, I'm just like multiplying any number by 2, right? Whatever user will pass while calling the function. So here, as I said, right, if there is only one parameter, what you can do is you can remove this. So that is point number 1. Okay, you don't need to use the parenthesis if there is only single parameter. That's point 1. Now because there is only single statement here and it has implicit return, so you don't need to use return keyword, so you can remove this. And when you remove this, you also don't need this curly brackets because you have only one statement inside, right? So you can directly write that statement. So you see everything came into just one line. And now if I call this function, so let's just log the value and call the function. So double the numbers, and if I pass any number, right, I have one parameter, so I'll pass 3, and if I save this, you see we are getting the result. Okay, now let's see if we have to pass, let's say, an object in the parameter. So how do we do that? So let's just first go ahead and create an object really quick. So const student, and then I'll give some values to it. Let's say name Robert, and then I'll give age. Now I'll write an arrow function. So here I'll give the name as student info, let's say, and here I need to pass the parameter. In the parameter I'm only going to pass a single parameter, as in the object, right? And I'll take a name here, so let's say stu or something like that, and then fat arrow, and inside the fat arrow I just want to log the value. Okay, so and what do I want to log? Student name is, and then here student dot name, and then I'll add another value here, and the age is student dot age. All right. Now let's call this function student info. And here I have to pass the object, right? So object is what? Student. So student. And if I save this now, you see student name is Robert and the age is 30. All right. So the way you pass the parameters and then you pass the arguments when you're calling the function is pretty much same. The only thing is the syntax is different. Okay. So everything that you write using a normal function, it is going to be same, but then you just follow the syntax for the arrow function and then nothing else changes. All right. So this is only making things easier for you, right? So whenever you are writing a callback function, this is very handy. Now let's see, for example, how do we use this function while writing a for each loop, right? So let me take an array. I'll take const nums and here I'll take few numbers. Let's say 2, 5, 8, and then 9. Now if I log this array, if I save this, I'm getting the array, right? But if I need all the elements one by one, how would I do it? I'll use the for each function, but this time I'm going to write the arrow function. Okay. So first nums dot for each. And if you remember inside for each, we always write a function that runs for each and every element of the array, right? So let me write it in the regular way first. So I'll write a function and inside the function, I'm going to give a name which is going to hold all the values one by one. So let's say if I give it as num and inside this, I will log the value of num, right? And if I save this, you see I'm getting all the values one by one. So now if you have to write this by using an arrow function, what do you need to do? So first of all, you will remove the function keyword, right? That's one. And then you have to use fat arrow. So is equals to and then the arrow. So fat arrow and that's it. All right. So if I save this now, you see this is still working. And then here, because there is only one parameter, right? You can remove in fact this parenthesis as well. So if I remove this and save this, this is still working. And then again, because there is only one statement here, right? So I can even remove this and this would be fine as well. Okay. If I save this, you see I get the values, right? All right. So this was all about arrow functions and I'll see you in the next one.